What's up guys, this is Matthew. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk about general term in a binomial expansion. So when we are talking about general term, what should we write? In expansion of x plus a to the power of n, the r plus 1th term, which is called tr plus 1, is called the general term. So for example, t1, which is going to be the first term in expansion of this binomial, is going to be t1, as you know, nc0 x to the power of n a to the power of 0, as we had it in many examples we had before. So nc0 x to the power of n a to the power of 0. Remember, the summation of these two exponents is always equal to the index of the binomial expression. So since any expression to the power of 0 is 1, so the first term is going to be nc0 x to the power of n. What about the second term? Second term is going to be nc1. It means that 1 less than 2. 1 x to the power of n minus 1 a to the power of 1. So here the second term we have 1, 1, and 1. What about third term? nc2 x to the power of n minus 2 times a to the power of 2. So again, the third term, you have 2 here, you have 2 here, and you have 2 in here. So 1 less than the term. That's why it's called r plus 1th term. So because these are r, and this one is r plus 1. So that's why it's called r plus 1th term. So as you go, the general term is going to be t of r plus 1 equals to ncr x to the power of n minus r times a to the power of r. Again, when you add the exponent, you're going to get n, which is the index of the binomial. You have the same thing in here as well. So this is called the general term in binomial expansion. ncr x to the power of n minus 1 times a to the power of r. Let's see some examples. So this is the most important part of this video, general term in binomial expansion. So for example, here they ask us to write the general term in the expansion of x minus y squared to the power of 7. So in this case, r plus 1 is 7. N is 7. So if you want to write the general term, as we had tr plus 1 equal to ncr x to the power of n minus r a to the power of r. So in this case, it's going to be tr plus 1 equal to 7cr x to the power of 7 minus r times negative y squared to the power of r. So that is our general term. You can also simplify it as 7cr x to the power of 7 minus r times negative y squared negative y 2r. You can do it like that. 2r, multiply these two. Let's take a look to the next one. 1 minus m squared to the power of 10. We need to write the general term for that. So in that case, it's going to be tr plus 1 equals to ncr x to the power of n minus r a to the power of r. So that will be t of r plus 1 10 cr dot 1 to the power of 10 minus r times negative m squared to the power of r. 1 to the power of any number is going to be 1, so we can simplify it as 10cr times negative m squared r. So that's going to be the general term of 1 minus m squared to the power of 10. Next one, x squared minus 1 over x to the power of 8. So when you want to do it, I'm going to say t of r plus 1 equals to 8cr r times x squared to the power of 8 minus r times negative 1 over x to the power of r. So that's going to be 8cr x to the power of 16 minus 2r negative 1 to the power of r 1 over x to the power of r, which means that that's going to be equal to 8cr x 16 minus 2r. Here we have x to the power of negative r, because when it's denominator and you move it to the numerator, it's going to be negative, the exponent, times negative 1 to the power of r. So that will be 8cr x to the power of 16 minus 3r, because these two add to each other, 16 minus 2r plus negative r is going to be 16 minus 3r, times negative 1 to the power of r. So that's the general term for x squared minus 1 over x to the power of 8. Now let's take a look to the next example. Next example, it says write the fifth term of x squared minus 1 over 2x cubed to the power of 8. So in this case, r plus 1 is 5. It means that r is 4. So we can say T5 equals to 8C4 times x squared to the power of 8 minus 4 times negative 1 over 2x cubed to the power of 4, which will be 8C4. That's 8 minus 4 is going to be 4. 2 times 4 is going to be 8. And here you have negative 1 over 2 to the power of 4 and 1 over x to the power of 3 to the power of 4, which make it as 8c4 x to the power of 8 1 over 16 x to the power of negative 12. That is going to make it as 8c4 times 1 over 16 x to the power of negative 4. So that's the fifth term. So if you calculate 8c4 or use the Pascal's triangle, this number is 70. So the answer is going to be 70 over 16x to the power of 4. Next one. Write the fourth term of x squared over 3 minus 2 over x cubed to the power of 5. So in this case, r plus 1 is 4, because that's the fourth term. It means that r is 3. So you need to look for T4. That's going to be 5C4 times x squared over 3 to the power of 5 minus 4 times negative 2 over x cubed to the power of 4. When you simplify it, it's going to be 5c4 x squared over 3 to the power of 1 negative 2 over x cubed to the power of 4. Now 5c4, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I made a mistake here. It's going to be supposed to be 3 because r is 3. So that's 3, that's 3, that's 3, that's 3, 3. And here is going to be 2 and 3. So if I want to check the fourth term to Pascal's triangle, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 10. So 5c3 is going to be 10. Here, when you expand the x squared to the power of 2 is going to be x to the power of 4 divided by 9 Negative 2 to the power of 3 is going to be negative 8. X cubed to the power of 3 is going to be x to the power of 9. So that's going to be negative 80 over 9. x4 over x5. x9, which is going to be negative 80 over 9x to the power of 5. So that's going to be the final answer. Now, let's take a look to this one. Find fifth term of y over 3 minus 3x to the power of 7. So again, r plus 1 is 5. R equals to 4. Don't forget that this time. So it's going to be t4. Here is going to be t5, but this number is going to be 4 in this case, which is going to be 7c4 times y over 3 to the power of 7 minus 4 times negative 3x to the power of 4. Perfect. Now we need to find this one. That's going to be the fifth term of the seventh row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 35, or you can use the calculator to find it. It's going to be 7 factorial over 4 factorial over 3 factorial, which is going to be 7 times 6 times 5. 7 times 6 is 42, times 5 is 210. 210 divided by 3 factorial. It means that 210 divided by 6. 210 divided by 6 is 105 divided by 3, which is 35. That makes sense, yes. So now, y to the power of 3 divided by 3 to the power of 3, 27. Negative 3 to the power of 4 is 81, positive x to the power of 4. When you simplify it, 81 divided by 27 is going to be 3. 3 times 35 is going to be 105 y cubed x to the power of 4. Remember, you can do lots of things without using calculator, like the way I did it here. Alright, so that's going to be the final answer. That's the fifth term of this expansion. Remember, this is very important because I did a mistake here. So it's very, very important. When it says fifth term, you're talking about r plus 1. You need to find out r. That's going to be the fifth term on the Pascal's triangle. Now let's look at the next examples. Now in this example, it says find seventh term of 3x over 4 minus 5 over 2x to the power of 5. So in this case, n is 5, r plus 1 is 7. It means that r is 6. Is it possible? No, it is not possible, because when index is 5, it means that we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 term. Here is looking for 5 term. So we're going to say there is no answer to that. However, if somebody asks you, find the third term. In that case, you're going to say n is 5, r plus 1 is 3, so r is 2. So we're going to say 5c2 times 3x over 4 to the power of 5 minus 2 times negative 5 over 2x to the power of 2. That's going to be 5c2, 3x over 4 to the power of 3, negative 5 over 2x to the power of 2. 5c2 is the third term on the fifth row, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. The number is going to be 10. As I said, you can do it in your head. 5 factorial over 2 factorial over 3 factorial. When you cancel 5 factorial with 3 factorial, you're going to end up 4 times 5 on the numerator, which is 20, divided by 2 factorial, which is just 2. So 20 divided by 2 is going to be 10. Makes sense. So here, 3x cubed is going to be 27x cubed. 4 to the power of 3 is going to be 64. Negative 5 squared is 25. 4x squared. So that's gonna be here's the calculator now. 10 times 27 times 25 divided by 64. 10 times 27 times 25 divided by 64 divided by 4. So that's gonna be 6,750 divided by 64 times 4, 256 times x. When you simplify it, you can 6750 divided by 2, that's gonna be 3375x over 128. You cannot simplify it more than that. Next one. Find the third term of x over a minus a over x to the power of 11. So n is 11. R plus 1 is 3. R is 2. So that's going to be 11c2 times x over a, 11 minus 2 times negative a over x to the power of 2. So that's going to be 11c2 x to the power of 9, a to the power of 2. Here you have x squared divided by x to the power of 9. That's 9. So 11 factorial divided by 2 factorial divided by 9 factorial. It's going to be 11 times 10 divided by 2, which is going to be 55, because it's going to be 11 times 5, multiplied by x to the power of 9 divided by x to the power of 2, x to the power of 7, divided by a to the power of 7. So that's going to be 55x over a to the power of 7. That's the final answer. Next one. Find the 7th term of x to the power of half y to the power of 3 over 2 minus x to the power of 3 over 2 y to the power of half to the power of 9. So in this case, n is 9, r plus 1 is 7. It means that r is 6, so it's going to be 9c 6 times x to the power of half y to the power of 3 over 2 to the power of 9 minus 6 times x to the power of 3 over 2 y to the power of half. That's gonna be 6. So here is gonna be 9 factorial divided by 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial is 9 times 8 times 7. 9 times 8 times 7 divided by 6, which is going to be 84. 84 to the power of 3, x to the power of 3 over 2 times y to the power of 9 over 2 times x to the power of 9 y to the power of 3. So that's going to be 84 x to the power of 9 plus 3 over 2 is going to be 21 over 2. And 3 plus 9 over 2 is going to be 15 over 2, which is going to be 84 square root of x to the power of 21 y to the power of 15. So that's going to be the final answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question, and please don't forget to subscribe this channel and recommend it to your friends and colleagues. You can find out lots of other videos regarding binomial expansion and other topics in math, chemistry, and physics. Thank you for watching and have a great day.